Hey, welcome back to my channel. Let's do a sophisticated full glam makeup transformation. I will share the most common mistakes and how to fix them as well. Real skin here, capillaries, visible pores, hooded lids, and an oily T-zone. Starting with the face mask from Biodance. I usually use it in the morning on weekends when I have more time. 3 hours is more than enough for that mask, and you will know your skin is well moisturized if the mask still stays white. But it also depends on the temperature. Today it's super hot and so it dries really fast. Or maybe my skin's just dehydrated, who knows. So just apply it, leave it on for up 3 hours or less. If it starts turning transparent, that's your sign to take it off. But if you are unsure about using this mask, you can still get that glow with a good SPF cream. I use the lightweight SPF. Just to clarify, yes, we're talking about that visible glow. So one side with SPF and the other without. Lightweight SPF is a must for hot summer days. It's easy to apply, blends in fast, and bonus, it makes a perfect base for foundation. Maybe this is just me being paranoid, but after applying, I always spray a bit of alcohol to remove the top layer of product, but it's not necessary. Foundation time. The true summer star, it's Armani. Of course, I love a lightweight foundation that lets your skin breathe. And I usually apply it to the cheek first and look at that close up. I use a flat top synthetic brush from Shiseido to blend it in. And you might see a few streaks at first, and that's probably from the SPF underneath. If you have time, let it sink before applying foundation. If not, no problem, just go over everything with a light dabbing motion at the end to smooth things out. Check the close-up again and saying how beautiful it looks. Yes, you will still see some skin texture. I don't use filters and I'm not about the lie about how products perform. Texture is normal, and even with the pore blurring bases, makeup doesn't erase texture, and that's okay. Let's stop treating it like it's something that needs to be hidden. I also use the same foundation as a concealer. The shade I'm using is a yellowish orange, and it's perfect for summer when I've got a bit of a tan. It helps just a little bit neutralize the blue tones under the eyes, especially where the skin is thinner. Since I wear SPF daily, the skin on my face is always slightly lighter than the rest of my body. Influencers buy cosmetics too. Or maybe I'm just obsessed with discovering new textures, who knows. Anyway, I bought my very first Milk makeup product right after Milan Fashion Week 5 years ago. Yep, before the world went into the isolation. So can you believe that was 5 years ago? Time flies. And I just realized I didn't have any cream blushes in the cool berry tones. Only peachy or coral shades, or I have some lipsticks, but not the blushes. But the texture, yeah. It's butter. I forgot how beautiful this blends. Back then, I almost collect the whole range. Like my mom collecting fridge magnets from different countries, I was collecting mini-size beauty products from every trip. So if you have your own weird or cute beauty traditions, share them with us. It melts into your foundation, not on top of it. No cakey layers, no harsh edges. It looks amazing on mature skin too. The funny thing is, their original target audience was teenagers, but honestly, Milk makeup, if you're watching this, we need more of these textures for those of us a little older than 50 years old girls. So we still want that glow, that dew, that buttery blend, and we love you. We really do. And I also apply it to the lips. So smooth, non-sticky, super comfortable. I dab it on the eyes too, because blush doesn't only belong on your cheeks. And if you are someone who always ends up with a too red face, try this formula. It's almost impossible to overdo. You can build it a bit, but it stays soft and wearable. That's the magic of this texture. Let's move on. Let's talk about brown gray eyeshadow. I use an angled brow brush for precise application. One of the most common mistakes I see, uneven lip shape. One side looks thinner, the other slightly curved. It all comes down to where you start. On the left side, I started from the corners and moved upwards. On the right side, I started from the cupid bow and went out to the corners. It's just how your wrist naturally move, like drawing a circle. I personally like the curved shape when you want a full lip effect, but the method from the corner up give a more defined, structured look. After shaping, I blend the edges with the fingertip for a soft finish. The center of the lips stays pink and the outer corners is gray. A little contour trick, not a trend. Eyebrows. Start by brushing them out, then use a brow marker. Make light strokes to fill in the gaps. Some bold spots should stay visible. They help create that airy, fluffy brow look. So the hardest part, not overdoing it. Resist the urge to fill everything in. Hold the marker perpendicular to the brow and tap gently, doing frequent little touch-ups. Then tickle the marker on its edge and draw the baseline. The low line should be a bit more defined. Now let's compare both sides. Of course, the browless side looks cleaner. I only have foundation and blush there. But once you fill in the other brow, the face looks more structured, more balanced. And don't forget the root shade. I picked the perfect olive tone marker, not gray. Gray makes you look tired. Honestly, if I could change just one thing about my natural features, it would be my brow color. And thankfully, that's the easiest fix ever. No risk required. So draw the highest point and the bottom line of the brow parallel to each other. That's the key. And if you mess up, no stress. It wipes right off with a fingertip. Look at that. So easy and fast. And now let's compare before and after. You decide when to stop. It's really simple and easy. Let's start with the brow pencil. I always choose one with a flexible creamy texture. And you want something that blends easily so you don't have to rush. And I'm using a dark brown with a slightly reddish tone. Apply it to the outer corners along the upper lash line generously. Look up and try to print the pencil into the skin. That's your guide. And you are going for a V shape, the most common structure, but the size and angle depend on your eye shape. Some people need it wider, some thinner. If you have extra skin, hello hooded lids, yes, I'm here. Draw just slightly above it. And now follow your low lash line and connect it to the upper one. This frames the eyes. And lightly define the low lash line too. Then grab a thin flat brush, start blending the pencil from side to side on the low lash line. Same on the upper. Work that product in, blend it as much as possible. Connect both lids with a soft blending, then take a clean small brush and go over the blending again. Hold it perpendicular to the skin for more control and precision. You can even sharpen the low line slightly with a just using fingertip. And now let's brighten things up. Add a light silver shimmer shadow to the inner corners. Instant eye open. Yeah, you can see it immediately. Then take a soft silver dusty pink shade and tap it across the lids. Next, grab a gray shadow. They set in the brown pencil. Press it in with your brush. Don't blend too much, just press. Hold your brush perpendicularly and gently swipe any excess product outward toward the temple. So now with an angled brush, use the darkest shade to create more depth. Especially helpful if you have hooded eyes like me. Use this to fake a crease. Yes. A thin brush gives you more control, but the edges will be sharper. If needed, clean up the low edge with a concealer or a bit of foundation. If the blend goes up too high, just tidy it. There should always be space between your brow and the eyeshadow blend. Lashes. I have thin, short, pale, straight lashes, so yes, I need a good curler. And wow, just look at that result. My top two curlers from Dior and Shiseido. Dior most comfortable to use, and Shiseido absolutely favorite for my clients. See those straight lashes, and after curling, totally wow effect. Now lock it in with the mascara and please do it quickly. I'm using very natural looking mascara, especially good ones. It starts to dry out a little. That's when it gives you a soft definition and keeps things super lightweight. It's perfect for tired days or when your eyes feel sensitive. Add a teeny bit of a brownish red shadow to the inner corners. It makes those green tones stand out instantly. This trick actually comes from Elena Rachitskaya. She used a red dot in the inner corners. And we are using a slightly less dramatic version and much safer for everyday life. For beginners, let's do a quick recap. First of all, use a gel textured brown pencil. Follow your low lash line, as I told you. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but it will be beautiful on you. So look up and print the shape using the pencil. If you have extra lid space or hooded eyes, apply a bit more pencil just above to hide that skin and leave the outer corner. Add pencil to the inner corners for more definition and make sure the shape is symmetrical and evenly printed. Blend everything, just soften the low line and gently blend the upper edge with a small brush. Clean up the low lash line. And now let's finish the eye. Apply the silver shadow to the inner corners to brighten them up. Then add the light pink shade to the lids, soft and fresh, just to pop up them. And use the gray shadow to set the brown pencil and just blend it gently. And then take the darkest shade and press it along the eyeliner area. You can also use it to create a fake crease if you have a hooded eyes. Blend it out softly, no harsh lines. So curl your lashes, apply mascara, and you're done with the eyes. Oh, I just realized I didn't show you how to apply blush with a brush. So here's it is. Press the brush gently onto the skin. The result is super smooth and natural looking. That's it. Let's unpin the hair and check out the final makeup look. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some helpful tips and maybe even a new favorite technique. I know it's a little bit complicated for beginners, but let's try. You have already seen a lot of tutorials from my channel and probably your skills starting growing. I believe in you and I think that everyone can do it. It's really interesting to have some experiment with your features. Of course, you have to spend more time for that type of makeup. Wish you luck with that makeup and see you in the next one. Bye.